Hi Gemini, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with a reading. And today, Gemini, we have your cards here already. We have some brand new decks here. This is how important you are to us, Gemini. It definitely is. This little ant is over here on this card here, so that must be a sign. Yeah, you know how ants kind of represent fertility and abundance. Yeah, they do, right? They do. Yeah, because you see the little ant and he's carrying like a big thing. Yeah, a big huge piece of bread crumb, right? And he's like way smaller. Yeah, it's really interesting how that is, right? Nature is very fascinating. But I feel like these cards talk about fertility. Yeah, I feel like they do. And I hope you guys are well, right? And so these oracle cards we have here, Gemini, I feel like what this reading is about I feel like you're walking away from something. I don't even think you're necessarily with this person. I feel like it is in spirit. I feel like you're giving something closure here. Yeah. So we have this card here, closure, and the woman is, she's thinking all about like closing the door to something, and she's in this kind of beautiful forest here. Yes, she is. It doesn't really look like a California forest, no, but nevertheless, it is quite beautiful. It is. And she walks alone, right? Of course. But I feel like we have inspiration and we have the card of strength, which is courage, right? The cone of power is here, yeah, and this really is kind of the magician's hat. I feel like it is. But, this is all about somebody who has enough energy to manifest whatever they want. We have the cup, the pentacle, the candle is here, and the candle has to do with communication. Yeah, it does. Interesting in this. And then we have the feather, and this has to do with, I believe, the sword. I feel like it does, or the air type of energy. But that's what that card's about, energy in order to manifest. There could be somebody from the past here because we have the familiar, and this card has been coming up like, umpteen times here. I just started using these cards today, I kid you not. But it could be somebody from the past, or you have an ally, maybe. Maybe you just have an ally. But you could be staying with somebody here and kind of just, I feel like appreciating that person, most likely. You might be married to that person or in a marriage type union. But I feel like you're walking away from something that possibly, we have the Eight of Cups here. And this Eight of Cups talks about somebody who walks away from something that they feel like they could have never, like, there's nothing I can do. Like, I can't have it the way I wanted it. Or maybe you can't change something, but you feel like it's best to walk away. Like nothing else can be done. I did my best, whatever that was. We have this card of rebellion. And, that rebellion card, it could speak to this walking away. The little boy is basically telling his mother, I'm leaving here. I don't want your toys anymore. And yeah, and he's running down the path like he's leaving, right? Like he's running away from home, kind of. Right? And I don't think he's more than like 5 or 6 years old, and but you could be there. Maybe you were rebellious in the past. Yeah, it could be. I feel like this reading has to do with something that you have done in the past that now you are like you're closing that chapter. We grow and we change, and sometimes we look back and we go, well, I did that, and but I've learned now, or that was fine then, or maybe I even needed to do that, right, in order to learn and grow, because every situation we have in our lives is there for a reason. Yeah, it is. There's no coincidences, no. So trust your intuition. That's what that's supposed to be, That's what that is supposed to kind of teach you. That like if you saw somebody, anywhere you saw somebody from your past, or you ran into so and so goes, I know so and you were supposed to meet that person for whatever reason. I don't know the reason, of course, but you were supposed to. There's no coincidences. You could be trying to protect what you have now, and you could be saying the best thing I could do is just close this out. It could have been, you might be inspired to do this because you have the courage now. I just feel like you might be in a good place, possibly. Maybe you were holding on to somebody in the past over here. You could be thinking of a King of Wands here. I feel like this is just somebody here. It could be Aries, Leo, or Sag. We have, this is you, or, in the near future, Gemini, here you are, you're holding your sword, you're sitting in the, this is the King of Swords. This King of Swords can sometimes demand respect. Sometimes he is seen as somebody cold. I don't think that is you so much, like the cold part. I feel like that just could be you, the King of Swords, right? Just like this King of Wands doesn't always have to be, could be a fire sign over here. This could be the energy of somebody, the King of Wands, or a real King of Wands. That's what I'm trying to explain here. Yeah. So in your concern is maybe just, you could be like, in your concern can talk about maybe doing this kind of quickly, but I feel like what this is that I feel like you are focusing on like a relationship you're in now. Like I feel like you are kind of being appreciative of what you have now. In your environment it could be a Knight of Wands. This could be a fire sign again, or it could be some type of letter, like communication. Could be. Because it's here next to this Eight of Wands, these can both talk about communication. You could be sending somebody some communication. Like, hey, I'm letting this go. Possibly. I wanted this for too long, or I wished for it, or it didn't happen for me. It took years, or whatever. It just did. I don't think it's meant to be. I don't think it's mine. Something like that. Because in your desire, we have the Death card. You could be wanting this closure. Yeah, I feel like you do. I feel like that's what you want here, right? And then we have the Star over here. This talks about hope. It can, definitely. This card can also talk about somebody who realizes that maybe they want too much. Maybe they want two people. You could be really like figuring that out here. Like, you know what? I don't need all. I just need one person. If you are shutting the door on somebody, maybe somebody is bitter here that you are closing, like you're giving them closure or giving yourself closure about them. But this could be like, you could have like, what you could be doing too, possibly, Gemini, in this closure, you could be protecting, like, somebody could have been, like, maybe bitter because they never forgot about it. They never forgot that you maybe had an affair with somebody, for some. But you could be saying, if I provide closure, and then, maybe my person will understand, for some. Maybe my person will understand that I'm over that now. That's the past. Because I feel like you have some inspiration here now and some strength to do this. You have the strength and the courage to let something go from your life. I don't know exactly what it was. It's probably an affair. So let's get a couple cards. This reading's already very clear. We're just going to get a couple cards here for Gemini. Let's see what we have. We have the Hermit. It could be a Virgo, Taurus, or just a Virgo. Taurus or Capricorn. Could be. You could be, I feel like you needed time alone to figure this out, possibly. Yeah, I feel like you took a step back and you said, you know what, the best thing I can do is walk away from this. And I feel like what you are doing is you are giving your person or somebody else closure that they need too. Yeah, let's get another card here for Gemini. We have the card of the Two of Cups. Yeah, this was about somebody maybe that you really kind of maybe were really in love with. But this card talks about peace. This Two of Cups talks about peace. It talks about somebody who is, with somebody else. It's a very peaceful union. And this is and here we have it with the Sun, which really talks about marriage. Could talk about happiness too. I feel like you are giving peace here to your union that you are in now. Like you're honoring it. I feel like that's what you are doing. So in the past, you had the Four of Pentacles. You are holding on to somebody, I believe you were. Maybe you have already given somebody some news here. Maybe you have. Because this reading is about telling somebody. It's not just like closure in your mind. I feel like it. Either you're telling the person you're closing the cycle to, or you're giving somebody closure. But I feel like what you are doing most likely is telling the person that you are staying with. I'm closing that other chapter. And I feel like it's good news to that person. You could be just kind of reassuring them, hey, I left that person. Like, I don't mean physically, it could be physically, but it could be that person's not in my heart anymore. Like, I'm over that. Yeah. Here, take this closure, like, on that, like, right? And I want to be with you now. Like, I want to focus on what I have, which I feel like is some type of a peaceful union here. And we have the Page of Pentacles. Let's see what else is on your mind. Looks like it's the Three of Swords. Jealousy, a broken heart. I just feel like this is somebody else here. What's on your mind? You could have broke your person's heart here. Maybe because you were kind of... I just feel like there was somebody from the past that maybe you were like... I just feel like you had a past affair for some of you guys. So we have the King of Swords in the near future. We have it with the Seven of Wands. There's a lot of frustration, I feel like, in this reading. And I feel like that's what this reading is about. Like, let's just end the frustration. This other person, I believe, was frustrated with you. I feel like this is you overcoming. This card talks about overcoming frustrations too. Yeah, it does. And then we have... I feel like what you are doing is that you are just kind of like looking at your life. This Three of Wands talks about somebody who is kind of taking a good look at their union. Maybe you're going on a trip here. You could be. There could be travel here. And in your concern here, I feel like is love. You might want somebody to find out the truth here, that you are giving that you are providing closure. And this could be helping your union. Yeah, I feel like you are like kind of, yeah, I feel like what you are doing is kind of helping your person get over the past. Could be. And this reading could be switched, right? It could be. I feel like you are bringing balance, and I also feel like you are bringing love possibly to your situation now. Because of this closure with somebody else, I believe. Let's see what else we have. We have the Emperor. This is stability in your environment. And the Death card is what you want. And this can talk about travel or a new direction. Yeah, you just want to kind of like leave this behind. Like you want to like travel away from this, kind of. Like a new path, a new direction. Let's see what else we have here. Interesting here. Let's see what else we have for Gemini. And we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, and this Ace of Swords talks about a double-edged sword or a hollow victory. I feel like what you are doing when you offer closure, or like you want this ending because you could feel like that was just kind of a waste of my time. Like I feel like you wanted somebody in the past, but I feel like on some level you feel like it was a waste of your time. Yeah, it was like a hollow victory. Like, well, I did this or I did that, and you know, it could have brought pain to your person. Yeah, it could have. So we have a star in the outcome. This talks about hope. It does. The Four of Wands is a happy home. Yeah, this is like your like kind of happily ever after here. Yeah, this is kind of cool. I feel like it is. We're going to end this reading, Gemini. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me, right? Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.